to reach out to government officials, and we began working with a variety of service organizations, healthcare professionals, teachers, educators, and corporate managers, because we realized that all of them serve Muslims and interface with Muslims, and so that was kind of the next step. But obviously, for us, it really was 9/11. We had been around for a decade, and we began to expand our work across America by duplicating and basically setting the model for how you do the work in your particular local area, and that began the beginning of the affiliate program. So we actually had a lot of affiliates right before 9/11, and so we were at the right place and the right time to kind of be there as a resource for people, and that was, how long has it been? 11 years since 9/11, going on 12 years, it's hard to believe now. Maha and myself, we started very young, so I hope no one is keeping track. We were 10 when we began, we're now celebrating our 20th anniversary, where we're glad to be in our 30s. Maha couldn't be here tonight. She's a very busy woman. I don't think she sleeps, honestly. But the work of ING took another step forward in 2008 when we modeled our successful Islamic Speakers Bureau and expanded it to include other faiths, because we realized that the more you know about your own faith and teach others about your faith, the greater appreciation you will have for other. To Brother Iftikhar Hay, who is a pioneer, I would say. In the area of interfaith, there have been many doubters about the efficacy of interfaith or the need for interfaith, and we forget sometimes that our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, was an interfaith man. There are verses in the Quran that talk about interfaith and methods of interfaith, and so this is a very important part of what it means to live in a pluralistic society where all of us were given in the Constitution the right to practice our faith, and as the Founding Fathers, actually in their wisdom, all of them were actually running away from persecution in their countries. So that is also part of what ING does today. As we celebrate our 20th anniversary, we didn't begin this organization as a women's organization. We were women who began it. 20 years ago, there were very few women doing this work. We often experienced, what can I say? We weren't as welcome as we are today, but we kept doing the work and the doors opened. Stereotypes that are out there, I would say stereotypes about Islam and women are probably the most common stereotypes. They range from honor killings to polygamy to, I mean, it's a whole section on our frequently asked questions. And I'm also very happy to say that we just recently launched an online curriculum all about women in Islam that includes not only many of the stereotypes of the roles and rights of Muslim women, as well as notable Muslim women in history and today. And I must tell you, we actually did a whole series of notes about Muslim women last March. Pick and choose. So there's a lot of great news. There's still a lot of work to do. I want to thank Ummah again for recognizing this very important topic, and thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.
By bridging the cultural and religious gap, and to walk on the path Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has paved for all of us. Samina is affiliated with several interfaith organizations and the Human Rights Commission, and she has received numerous peace and humanitarian awards for her tireless effort for social justice. Her work lights up candles of understanding and building bridges of tolerance through promoting peace through interfaith dialogue. We cannot solve all the social and economic woes of the world, but we can certainly deny.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. I would like to thank Ummah, the first organization that is recognizing all women speakers, and we have not seen that anywhere. So please give a big hand to Ummah. I just want to make one correction in my introduction. You used one of the words that I really don't like, tolerance. To me, tolerance is bare minimum. We tolerate DMV lines, strep throats, and some of us cancer. Human beings are supposed to be cherished. So please forgive me for correcting That's something that she would say in front of me, tolerance again. So that is not something that human beings are supposed to be accepted, cherished, loved. We are all equal in God's eyes. Before I start my speech, I would like to ask 3 of the young women that are here who just returned from New York, and they were there for the oldest interfaith organization, Fellowship of Reconciliation, and they are young, proud to be pacifist people. That's the first time the program is launched. Please give them a big hand for Eva, Isra, and Yusra. Please stand up. The 4th one couldn't be here because she has a job. So, 9/11 has
That's
been
the first step. The issue is you. They're gonna take your right. You know, so I'm fighting not for my community, I'm fighting for you. And I said, the last thing, the 3rd one, as a woman from Saudi Arabia, you keep telling us about democracy and the right of women, and now you're sending bombs, you know, to kill us in the name of democracy. I say, doesn't add up. If you believe in democracy, you vote for somebody like me. That really showed that you care. So after I said that, suddenly the 400 people went up and everybody went, how we can help, how we can help. And so instead of laughing at me, now they want to help. So they start, and every day we discover something there. Because remember, there is only one person in Silver, California, won a write-in. I was the 2nd one if I did it. So we have no idea what to do. And then, so discovered, so the day of the election came, and I invited them all to the hotel to have coffee and they say, do you think you're going to win? I say, you look here, I already won. They say, what do you mean? I say, you have to understand, winning is in the process, not in the seat. A seat is a job. But the process is where you really get the challenges and build who you are and your personality and your character. And this is what really is about, because when we're fighting for the grassroots. It's not we're fighting for today, we're fighting for a long period. We're fighting for democracy. So they couldn't believe it. Anyway, they were shocked. And I say, you know, it's an honor for me to run in a democracy. And it is really an honor to see that you believed in yourself. You believe in your vote. And you believed in me. So we went there, and then, of course, we thought I'm not going to win. To me, it doesn't matter, because you have to understand, my perception about winning or losing is different than others. It's true, I believe always, there is nothing called losing or winning, because there is only experience. Every time you do things, sometimes it doesn't come the way you want, but you learn a lot of experience out of it. And sometimes it comes the way you want. But I don't know if this is what you want or not. But to me, it's always all my life I spend it. It's going through growing. This is what I care. It's growing, and I feel good about myself. I did my part. That's all what my life is all about. And I went through a lot up and down, and it's always, I break a lot of barriers. So anyway, the decision came, and I got 3 times the vote that I needed. And I was the first person in California to win with that amount of vote. So we won. And the funny thing after that, I got from Saudi Arabia. They called me, they want to invite me to go and speak about democracy. And I thought, wow, that's weird. You know? And I didn't believe them. They sent me, they say, you know, we want you to be the speaker, because Clinton was the speaker last year. And I said, oh, yeah, I'm coming. So just 3 days before the election, they called me, they said, it didn't come, the whole country waited for me. I said, what, the whole country waited for me? And they wanted me to go and speak about democracy, because the last time I was in Saudi Arabia, in 79, my father was sick, and I went for 23 days. And before I know it, 23 days, and then I was coming one day from the mosque, and my mother was putting on my clothes, and I said, what? She said, you're riding the car, now you're going. I said, why? She said, you bloody big mouth, you don't keep quiet, you have to speak. They're gonna come and arrest you. Arrest me? You know, because I speak my mind all the time. So they put me in a car, and I never went back. So for years, and suddenly they asked me to go and speak. So anyway, I went, and it was great. I spoke, and it was like the media, everybody, and I became a hero, and I didn't realize for what I did. So that's, and then I came back, and I decided to run again. So, and people could not understand why I'm running again. So anyway, I'm getting short. I ran again, I ran 4 times. And people ask me why I'm running 4 times. And I say very simple. The first time is you learn about the process. You're going because it is the citizen politics in our country here. The second time, you tell the independent that, hey guys, I'm here and I'm serious. It's not like a sausage factory, one going, one coming, one candidate. Say you have to show the Republican that you really mean it. The third time you can win. And by the way, the third time I walk, and I tell you, do you know how many houses I walk? I walk 33,000 homes. Every day. Every day I walk. Okay, I walk and I talk to people. And in the last election, I knew I can win. The target book told the Republican that Democrat will not believe me. They thought there's no way a woman from Saudi Arabia to win. And I believed I can win because I work hard and people know me, they saw me, and they understand. So anyway, 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before the election, suddenly, before that I called the party, nobody answered me. I called, they called me and they say, this is something happened, we never saw this before. I say, what? They say, we made a poll, we found your name 20 points ahead of your opponent, which is the assembly woman. And then they start doing the poll again, they saw I can win by 2 or lose by 2. So they start putting money, it's the last 2 weeks. And our district, 60% they vote absentee ballot. So, and Karen Bass came and everybody, and I start singing my praises like I am the Jesus Christ coming back to sing. And I was saying, God, you didn't even listen to me all this time, I'm begging you. Nobody cares about me. They don't call me again. So, and I only spent in that election $15,000. My opponent spent, with she and her husband, $6 million. And the election came, I lost by 2 points. And I didn't care the first time I ran again because they called me, they say, oh, we're sorry. I said, don't tell me sorry, I lost. I won, just I didn't get the seat. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I built credibility. Yeah, I think I built credibility. I show that I have the guts and I have what it takes to give, and especially as a Muslim woman. We have the patience. We learn to be patient. We learn to be persistent. We learn to be perseverance. We fight a lot of times, especially we Muslim women. So election is nothing comparing to what we fight. So I'm fighting. And in the first election, my opponent, I was inside the area, my opponent, the Republican, called me, sent me an email. He said, Ferial, you are an illustration. And I want to invite you to come and speak to my class. And that's my Republican opponent. So I came back. And the Democrat, don't go, he's putting a trap for you. I said, trap what? I will speak my mind. There's nothing I have. So I went to his class and he was introducing me to everybody and I gave the speech there and the Republican was beautiful thing about me. The media was like, they called me the darling of the media. Media everywhere, the BBS, the CBS, every news media, they were talking about my campaign and as I said, in Saudi Arabia and everywhere. And the whole idea for me, and I ran, of course I didn't win, but it doesn't matter. To me is, I did what I supposed to do. Wow. And I do it, and I did it with a style. Very good. And the most important thing, sense of humor. Okay? So it is very important. So I did. Now I'm doing a lot of other things, and one of them working was also for Muslim women, and I hope we encourage them to enter into politics. We are needed. We have a unique perspective. And I think our community has a lot to give. The idea is we have to believe in ourselves. And that's the whole idea. If we believe in self, we can give. And to have the guts. And never to give up. So to me, that's the thing which I will leave it with you, that to keep going on and to keep fighting. And never to believe that you are a victim. We're not victims. We may be fighting challenges, but the challenges is going to bring the best of us. Right. And that's what the whole idea is.
Very good. Very good. Very inspiring.
Very inspiring.
Now I have the honor of requesting Congressman Mike Hunter to come join us here. And that's a hard act to follow.
Right.
That's a hard act to follow, so you have all my support. Congressman Mike Hunter is an American Democratic Party politician. He currently serves as the U.S.